anybody who is touched by this personally and his family, one of them about the bonds that have been formed here and how that's played into this.
Good. We're good.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
The guy that we sought death on, anybody, in my opinion, anybody in this seat, regardless of their gender or race, would have sought death on him regardless of his gender or race for what he did.
That you saw up there, like they seemed unemotional, and I'm like, well, that's because I was detained. Some of the other things that the defendant admitted during his evaluations, and
challenges aside from having to deal with so many people and so many pieces of evidence. What do you think?
This guy always intended to survive this. He always wanted to go to prison for life. That did not seem to me to be a just outcome to give him that without getting to know all the truth of this. And frankly, the more truth that we discovered, the more we realized a truth I think that the community has to come to grips with too, and that is mental illness and evil are not mutually exclusive, but they can coexist. And in this case, they coexisted, and evil dominated this guy, not the mental illness. Evil dominated this guy.
How deeply they were really suffering, and how the extent of their physical injuries.
Between victims, and you have all the information you need to be getting out in a certain.
I know you've been grilled, so thanks.
I don't mind. I don't mind. It's
No,
important.
seriously.
Had the jury come back, 12-0
Right.
in favor of life, well, I gotta say, that would be an eye-opener for me. That would put me on my heels and make me really think, man, did I completely misjudge this case and how the community would respond to it?
And the explosives in the apartment, and George being the head of our office, being in one area, and you didn't have people doing overlapping work because there's so much to do anyway. And
I think what it says is that the death penalty, as the ultimate sanction the state can impose upon someone for their misdeeds, is very difficult to achieve.
Of the 1,200 victims we have, I think at this point about 580. I have two things.
It's involved because of a grant.
Yes.
What? Okay. So